Sari, my last student number is 010. Alright, we are from group 3. We are going to talk about descriptive statistics. Measures of relative standing include percentiles, Z-score, T-score, and CEEB score. First, let me explain about percentiles. Percentiles are like quartile, except the percentile divide the set of data into 100 equal parts, while quartile divide the set of data into 4 equal parts. Percentile measure position from the bottom. Percentiles are most often used for determining the relative standing of an individual in the population or the rank position of the individual. Unfortunately, there is no universally accepted definition of percentiles, so consider the following two slightly different definitions. So the first definition is the percentile is a measure that tells us what a percent of the total frequency score at or below that measure. A percentile rank is the percentage of score that fall at or below a given score. So you can see here the formula. To find the percentile rank of a score X out of a set of n scores, where X is included. Different symbols, where B is a number of scores below X. E is a number of scores equal to X. N is a number of scores. Now let's take a look to the example. Example, if a Jason graduated 25 out of a class of 150 students, then 125 students we are ranked below Jason. Jason percentile rank will be, so we enter the formula. So Jason standing in the class at the 84 percentile is higher than 84% of the graduates. Alright, the second definition, a percentile is the measure that tells us what percent of the total frequency score below that measure. A percentile rank is the percentage of score that fall below a given score. You can see here for the formula. To find the percentile rank of a score X out of a set of n score, where X is not included. So Jason standing in the class at the 83 percentile is higher than 83% of the graduate. So the slight differences in these two definitions can lead to significantly different answers when dealing with small amounts of data.
Hello, my name is saswita. My last student number is 012. Now, let's look at an example of how to calculate percentiles. For example, the question is the math test score were 50, 65, 70, 72, 72, 78, 80, 82, 84, 84, 85, 86, 88, 88, 90, 94, 96, 98, 98, and 99. Now, find the percentiles rank for a score of 84 on this test. Before using the formula, we must first sort the scores from the smallest to the largest, and the number of score equals 20, the result of the calculation of the sum of these numbers. To find the percentile rank of a value with using the formula percentile rank equals B plus 0.5 times A divided by N times 100, where B is the number of scores that are below X and E is the number of scores equal to X, and the last N is number of scores. With the following steps, first identify the values that are below 84. These are values that are before 84 whose total value is H, so its B is H. Second, calculate the number of values equal to 84. From the data, the value 84 appears twice, so its E is 2. Third, enter it into the formula. Percentile rank equals h plus 0.5 times 2 divided by 20 times 100. So now calculate step by step. 0.5 times 2 equals 1 plus h equals 9 divided by 20 equals 0.45. And finally, 0.45 times 100 equals 45th percentile. In conclusion, the score of 84 is ranked in the 45th percentile. Second, for the visualization solution with the same example problem, percentile rank equals number of scores below x divided by n times 100. However, if there are scores equal to x like this, and want to accommodate that the same score is divided equally between the below and above groups, since there are two scores that are equal to 84. We divide them in half, so we add half of A to the under score count. B plus A divided by 2 equals H plus 2 divided by 2 equals H plus 1 equals 9. After that, calculate the percentile rank equals 9 divided by 20 times 100 equals 45th percentile. In conclusion, by dividing the same score of evenly by half below and half above, the score of 84 is that the 45th percentile rank.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Bagus Aufa with the student ID number of 011. And today we're going to break down Z scores, and CEEB scores. Get started. Now, first up we have Z scores. So what is Z score? Z scores actually. Z scores tells us how far a specific value is from the mean in terms of standard deviation. Yeah. It helps us compare scores from different distributions by standardizing them. So the formula is x minus mu, the mean, and then divided by sigma. So x is the raw score, mu, the side that looks like an U, is the mean, and sigma, the side that looks like an O, is the standard deviation. For example, if a student scores an 85 on the test, we with a mean of 75 and standard deviation of 5, this Z scores is 2. So the formula would be 85 minus 75 divided by 5. So the mean student score is 2 standard deviations above the mean. It's pretty cool, right? Well, what if the student scores 70? Let's calculate together. So 70 minus 75, then divided by 5. So the Z score of -1 means that the student scored 1 standard deviation below the mean. Now, what if they score 75? Well, if they score 75, we can calculate it by using the formula. So 75 minus 75 divided by 5 is 0. So the Z score of the student scored exactly at the average of 75. Now, what about T scores? So T scores, they are similar to Z scores in a way, but they use a different scale to make interpretation easier. Now, T scores always have a mean of 50 and a standard deviation of 10. Here's the formula. So 10 times Z, the Z scores plus 50. So let's use our previous example. So where the Z scores to, we can convert it to Z scores like this. So 10 times 2 plus 50. So that means the student performance is 20 points above mean on the T-score scale. Now, how about if the student T-score is minus 1? So 10 times minus 1 plus 50 equals 40. Now, that means a T-score of 40 means the student scored 10 points below the mean on this scale. Now, if the z-score of students is 0, so 10 times 0, 10 times 0 plus 50 equals 50. So a t-score of 50 means the students scored exactly at the mean. Now, finally, we have CEEB scores, which stands for College Entrance Examination Board scores. Now, those are commonly used in subject tests like the SAT in America. Now, the formula for converting a z-score to a the EEB score is exactly as follows. So 100 times z plus 50. So using our example of z-scores of 2, the EEB scores would be 100 times 2 is 50 equals 17. So the SAT score of the students is 700, sorry, 700. So that's how we centralized scores like SST scores are calculated.
Hello guys, my name is Nugroho Pangestu with class student number 0.3. Today, we are going to learn about Stanine scores. It is a simple way to rank a test result. And by the end of this presentation, I hope you will know how to calculate and interpret Stanine score easily. So, what is Stanine? Stanine is the short for Standard 9. It is a method that ranks a test score on a scale 1 to 9. It helps compare student performance in an easy to understand way. So, we will use this number as an example for the Stanine example. So, the first thing is you need to put the mean by using average formula and standard deviation. So, after you get that number, you will use this formula. Score minus mean divided by standard deviation, or you can just use standardized formula to get the same result. After that, you need to input this formula and you will get the Stanine from the z-score. So, Stanine can help teacher analyze student performance, identify strengths and weaknesses, and group students for better learning strategies. But there is slightly weaknesses for this method. For example, Stanine score simplify raw data by collecting continuous test score into a scale 1 through 9, which help in easy interpretation. However, this simplification result in a loss of detailed information. For example, two students with slightly different raw score might receive the same Stanine score, masking the small meaningful difference. Additionally, Stanine does not indicate precise performance within each category, making it less useful for fine-grained analysis compared to the raw score of percentiles. So that's all from me guys. Hope you will understand about Stanines and we will go to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Dani with my last student number is 009. Here I will explain how to calculate relative standing using Excel and SPSS. This method help us compare individual scores within dataset, which is useful in education, research, and data analysis. I will explain what is a relative standing. Relative standing tells us how a score compares to the rest of the data. The most common ways to measure this are z-score, show how far a value is from the average. Percentiles show what a percentage of value are below a certain score, where x is individual score and x bar is mean or average of the data set. and S is standard deviation.
Alright, now let's calculate the z-scores using Excel. Follow these steps. And the first, enter your data into Excel in column A2 until A11 example. And then calculate the mean using this formula. And mean, you can use this formula. Average in your data, enter, right? And standard deviation, you can using the formula stdef and p a1 until a11, enter. And z scores for each value you can use this formula standardize a2 titik koma and then nilai min, and last one nilai standard deviation, enter. You can use this and the same using formula. Next, move to compute percentile rank in Excel, and the steps one, you use a percentile function, and the formula is percentile buka kurung array. Array is nilai yang ada di sini, and then titik koma K is nilai persentase atau nilai yang ingin dicari. Example, percentile from 25%. Alright, enter. You can use this formula.
Excel is simple and effective, but if you need advanced statistical analysis, SPSS is a better option. And then there are comparing Excel and SPSS. But if you need a quick calculation, use Excel. If you are working with complex data, SPSS is a better choice. Maybe that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.